Take a look at these photos a viewer sent us from Seaside. You can see these cars cased in ice, a thick layer covering the grass there on the beach. With freezing rain in the forecast, the Portland metro area could see some of these ice layers forming. That brings another risk of falling trees and treacherous roads. Yeah, Josh, you've been gearing us up for this for several days now. I mean, could this be even worse than what we just saw because of that? I mean, the ice is what really gets us.
Yeah, it could potentially be worse. I think that the roadways are definitely going to be on the side of more hazardous, but at least the winds will be tapering back. So we'll just have to really wait and see.
Okay, so what can we expect today?
Yeah, a lot to unfold here as that KOIN 6 weather alert still remains in place as we prepare for the winter storm 2.0. Right now, seeing the increasing clouds here across the area. We'll first start off with a few snowflakes. This is not going to be in abundance, and it will be primarily for the Portland area starting as early as about 2 o'clock. Then it transitions to rain falling. It will be rain, if not even a little bit of sleet, that will then start to freeze on contact. That all gets underway by about 4 o'clock. Already starting to see some of those first bands pushing their way into the southwest Oregon area, and it's all tracking its way closer to the Portland metro area. As we already zoom into Lane and Douglas County, the pinks, that's the freezing rain. That's already starting to come down. That will start to work its way up the Willamette Valley throughout the afternoon and evening hours. Ice storm warnings in effect. We could potentially see close to maybe about an inch of snow in the Portland area. I think that's going to be for the elevations above about 1,000 feet, but we could potentially pick up about a ½ inch of ice accumulation. So that's where the power outages will be the biggest concern. So let's timestamp this out for you. The ice accumulation. Here's what we're looking at. By about 7 o'clock tonight, likely going to be covered in ice for much of the Willamette Valley, nearing about 0.2 of an inch. As we work our way through the overnight hours, it continues. It slowly starts to push its way into the Columbia River Gorge. Hood River picking up at about 1/100th of an inch. But then even into tomorrow, the colder air, it stays through parts of the Columbia River Gorge. So I-84 likely going to be treacherous well into the afternoon, evening hours, even tomorrow, as we slowly start to melt away the ice through the I-5 corridor. So again, here's the breakdown. Today, Portland area, Willamette Valley covered in ice. Tonight, we continue to see that ice accumulate. It's not until about the mid-morning hours tomorrow that we finally start to see things melt for the Portland area. Not to say the same, though, for tomorrow. I-84, the Gorge area, likely going to continue to see accumulative ice as our temperatures out that direction still remain below freezing. So here's our futurecast. There's those snow flurries indicated by the whites and the blues. You'll notice our temperatures still into the 20s. This also comes with some gusty winds, so making it feel even that much colder. Dangerous wind chill still a concern. Now you'll notice the pink, that's the freezing lane. It drifts its way further to the north. This is about 4 o'clock this evening. That's when we're expecting to see the ice start to accumulate through the Portland area. It stays with us through the overnight hours. This is about 10 o'clock or so. The green, that's just rain, where our temperatures are likely sitting above the freezing mark, and that does include parts of the coastline as we get back up to about 50 degrees for Cannon Beach for the start of the day tomorrow. Portland flirting with the freezing mark before we get into the afternoon hours, and everything just transitions back over to rain, and we finally begin the meltdown. But slushy roads still a concern for much of the day tomorrow, making for, yet again, another slick commute. So I mentioned the snow accumulation potential, maybe Gresham, the battleground area, parts of Clark County, picking up on a better chance to see accumulative snow, but the rest of us maybe just a dusting, and it's all going to be buried underneath the ice. So that's why our power outage risk is very high today for additional power outages after the weekend storm that we saw, as freezing rain and wind will not only add weight to those limbs, but the wind itself will help to break down a lot of the encased tree limbs, potentially down onto a lot of those power lines. Now, the silver lining with all of this is by the time we get into Wednesday, you'll notice our temperature forecast returning back to the mid-40s above the freezing line, and that's going to take us well into the weekend and into next week as we can finally put this round of winter weather to bed. But still, tomorrow, likely going to be seeing some slick spots well into the afternoon hours. It's not until the evening that we finally see enough of the ice and snow start to melt, but still expecting to see hazards tonight into tomorrow with black ice. It might look wet, but likely going to be frozen solid as the 7-day forecast keeps those KOIN 6 weather alerts remaining through Wednesday as those temperatures finally get back up into the 40s, closer to where we should be for this time of year. Everything transitions just back into that rain potential into the weekend. As we approach 50 degrees, that will feel balmy after the sub-freezing temperatures. About 110 hours is where we will come to end the freezing temperature strand.
I'm done with it.
I am too. I think a lot of us are.
You know, it was fun while it lasted. Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, not really. Okay.